So Unit 1, Lesson 9, number 4. It says how many values are represented by the histogram. So notice that the X and Y axis aren't labeled with what it's even supposed to represent. For histograms, you need to know that the Y axis always represents what? What does the Y axis tell me? Gunnar? How many data points were within this interval, basically? So frequency, in other words. The histogram y-axis is always the frequency, how often something occurred within the data. So if I just want to know how many values that I had in my data, I would add up 3, 5, 7, plus 2, plus 1, 1, plus 1. That's how many data points are represented by each bar. So then add them all together. I counted 20. See? All right, and it is 20. So that's what you have to do. That's how you can tell how many data points you had from a histogram. You can't see what each individual data point is, but you can tell like which bar should contain the median. You might not be able to say what the median is exactly. Can't see the data, but you can say like what interval it falls in. So questions on that? Questions on others? Or was that one? On the same time? Okay. If you also need help with number 5, we're doing that one now. Let's see. So the dot plot represents the distribution of satisfaction ratings for a landscaping company on a scale of 1 to 10. 25 customers were surveyed. On average, what was the satisfaction rating of the company? Now, average is synonymous with what word? What's another word for average? Mean specifically, but the reason why it also asks about the median is because these are both what we consider measures of center, which tell you like a typical value in the data. Okay, so just know like, that's why it asks for both mean and median, even though average is technically mean. What you can do, since we did do technology, we can just type that all up into our graphing technology and probably easily find it. You could also do it by hand. You can see each individual data point because it's a dot plot, but up to you. This was the graphing technology lesson, so I'm gonna show you with graphing. Okay. So to do that, you would have to know how to make your calculator think. You have to know how to use it, and this is how you do it. Pick a letter, equals, bracket, and then start typing in your data. So I had number 1. I have 7 5s. Let me go with my keyboard, that's easier. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 5s I had. It looks like I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 8s. Four 9s and 2 10s. I should have 25 because that's what they said, that they had 25 ratings. So that so far looks like I did that right. In a different cell, if I want to find the mean, what do I type in? Okay, so I can also go to the functions menu and find what I'm looking for. What button do I press? Mean. If I want the mean, I use the mean button. Parentheses, whatever you called your data. So it says that my mean is 7.2. Otherwise, you'd have to add these all up, divide by 25, and then it should still be 7.2. And then median is also in that menu. I'm just gonna type it, because I know what it is. It's just the word median. And the median is 8. Now, you could also probably guess the median based on how this looks. Like median is the middle of your data, right? When you start counting or excluding, you end up just with like multiple 8s in the middle. So the median will be 8. Even if you have to average 2 of them, it'll still be 8. Okay, so questions on that? Questions on others? It could be any practice, any question. It could even be the study guide. If you started working on the study guide, you didn't have to yet because you might only know how to do like half of it so far. But any other questions so far?